Welcome to part 38 of Legend of Dragoon. In this part, we're going to be going to the Black City of Kazaz. Now, you're going to be asked whether you're ready. And if you're ready, you're just going to go down the hole. Simply put, once you go into that hole, well, you can come back and you can save. It's just the fact that it would be a long backtrack back. So it's in your best interest to just push forward. However, there is no save points until you get to the final boss of the chapter, or basically the room before. So in between here and when you get into the Black Castle, you basically have no save points. So if you die, well, that's gonna be pretty damn bad. Anywho, the Black Castle's underground passage is basically nothing more than a bunch of poles that you can climb down like the Ghostbusters. And they'll have a bunch of treasure. Well, not a bunch of treasure, just some treasure here. What's in here? Oh, 20 gold. The more gold, the better, I say. So, let's go on ahead and move forward, since we've got the treasure here. And we don't even need to worry about any Stardust until Chapter 2. In case you're wondering if I missed any. Trust me, I didn't. Oh, and that's a dead end, by the way. I don't even know why that's there. So, anyway, climb into the hole, and we're almost out of this underground passage. Simply put, it's not that hard to get through the underground portion into the castle. It's what's coming up that's the hard part. And remember folks, Shauna and Albert is on my team. As much as I tried to grind, apparently the enemies were not giving us much experience points. So neither Shauna nor Albert actually gotten higher in level yet. Neither Shauna nor Albert got higher in the Dragoon level either. In fact, anybody didn't. Anywho, new enemy. That would be the Knight of Sandara and the Bloodhound. Sadly, the weapon that I have for Dart actually is fire-based, meaning the enemies here, since the enemies here are fire-based, it will do diddly squat to them, as will Shauna's attacks. And as you may or may not have guessed, Albert's moves are extremely fast. Oh, and be careful. The Knights of Sandara will slash you really hard, and it'll do like almost 100 damage for everyone. It's really insane how much damage it does to people. And the dogs will just hang on you and bite you for 24, but their biggest attack is a fire magic. So be careful on that. Thankfully, you don't have anybody with the water attribute. And thankfully, Albert can take these guys out quicker because Albert can do more damage to Dart and Shauna with their current level. More damage to Dart with her current weapons, and Shauna with her current level, which is now Dragoon level 2, and she has learned Star Children. That's actually a good thing, because I want Shauna to at least get to level 2, if not level 3, considering Chapter 2. Yeah, there's a boss in Chapter 2 that I'm not too particularly fond of. And it would be a pain in the butt to do it without Shauna. It's done! I've done it before. It can be done. I've done it before. It's a pain in the butt to do this without Shauna. Anyway, Shauna now is getting 50 SP, which is a good thing. And just like I mentioned before, Albert's additions, which is different than what Lavitz's additions are. Well, as far as looks, it's the same button combinations. Oh, and I forgot these guys heal. But Lavitz's additions are faster. No wait, let me rephrase that. Albert's additions is faster than Lavitz's. Speak right, man. Speak right. So you basically have to watch Albert's movements for the rest of his additions. And pray to God you get 10,000 gold so you can actually give him Ultimate War God, because his additions are rather hard. Now War God's calling Ultimate War God, which will automatically successfully complete the addition. In turn, meaning it will actually count towards his addition, unlike War God Calling, which will not do anything of the sort. And that's the magic I was talking about. Unfortunately, Albert has to be in the receiving end of that. And the move that Dart is using is Burning Rush. That is Dart's new move. Well, not technically new move. We learned that several parts ago. It's just that I finished Volcano and switched off to Burning Rush. Which sometimes is easier, then again it's not. Anyway, let's see. Let's heal Shauna and let's keep going, because I think there's another item here. Yep, there's a Spark Net. And no matter how much you try, the guards will actually catch you. You can't really avoid them at all. So I have to fight them. Now this basically is going to be the whole scenario of Kazaz, just like Helena Prison, where you will have the encounter meter red over Dart's head the entirety of the time, except you won't be facing random encounters, but guards that you have to run into in order to progress the story. Ah, damn knives. Anyway, this may be a good time for me to take some practice into Albert's additions. His other additions can be a pain. Well, the last three anyway, because of how fast Albert's additions are. Rose's is it's not as fast as Albert, but her additions get real faster once she gets to her last addition. Oh, and the funny thing is, there's one majorly good thing about having Shauna in your party. She may not take so much damage. Oh my god, she took a lot of damage from that. I mean, she may not take as much damage from magic, but she took a lot of damage, almost as much as Albert did when he got hit with that attack. Jesus Christ. And the worst part is, I have to go through a lot of these guys. So with that said, if it doesn't get too dangerous, I'm going to replace Albert with Rose, and I'm going to replace Shauna with Hashel. I think they're going to gain level anyway, so it makes no difference to me. Problem is, I hated it when games like unevenly level characters, because I want my characters at an even level. That's probably the only downside about Legend of Dragoon. And as we already saw throughout the parts, Albert and Shauna suffers the fate of having an uneven level, because Shauna was out for several parts while everybody was leveling up, and Lavitz died before he can even receive his level up, and Albert, unfortunately, took command at Lavitz's level. So basically speaking, even if Lavitz would have actually received any sort of level, I mean, like, even if Lavitz was at, like, level 14 before he died, and everybody else received level but him, he'd still be at Albert would be at 14 when he first starts. And that technically hurts. You think that's bad? Shauna's replacement would be at that very level once Shauna ends up, well, no longer being in the party. But anywho, I would try to climb up to the left ladder and not go through the front door just yet. Not just yet. I mean, clearing the fodder is okay, but most of these guys respawn. Oh. And just for the record, there actually is a shop here that will allow you to buy items. And also, there is a item that can actually... Well, there's actually a place, sorry, not an item. A place that can actually cure your low health and low HP. Heal your low HP, sorry. And we'll probably be getting that in this part. Because that's also where we need to get for the gimmick of this castle. Other than the fact that their only random encounter is the guards, and you have to run into the guards in order for you to fight them. The other gimmick of this castle, god damn it, I need to stop missing the dishes. The other gimmick in this castle is basically finding the oil, I think the green oil or purple, the purple oil for you to light purple torches. And that purple oil, oh, I learned a new addition, another addition I'm going to have to actually power up. Great, just great. Not that there's something wrong with that. If I power all of them up, I'll eventually get blazing dynamo, so that's a good thing. I don't have it in my other playthrough because, well, I kind of lost the actual data before I could actually finish the game. Well, I found it, and now I'm going to have to refinish the game again. No, actually, I don't have to actually finish the game, but I'll do that before I finish this playthrough, so that way at least I'll have some practice. Anyway, these scientists here are basically telling you about what's going on in their research. And their research was supposedly for the good of mankind. Unfortunately, their research is being used for, well, dull, selfish purposes. So, what they're doing here is using their research to access different parts of the, oh, not just access different parts of the castle, they're also using their research to try to help mankind in the time of need. The problem is, one of the lead researcher, Mr. Maggi, pretty much went completely bonkers, and he is trying to research more into making weapons and magic of mass destruction. Oh, we'll run into Maggi, but not in this part. Anyway, these researchers are a godsend, particularly the white one anyway. Well, and the green one too. The green one gives you a mandatory item that will allow you to pass through the entirety of the gate, no, the entirety of the Black Castle, as I've already mentioned. But the white one will give you a healing spot in case you get bum rushed by these guards. which is a good thing. Because after all, we need a place to heal. And dying in this place is bad. Like I said, there's a safe point only between the entrance to the underground castle and the entrance to the chamber where Dole is currently located. And that is a long distance. So yeah, you're gonna have to pretty much grind and come back here and visit these guys, since they are going to heal you for free. It probably would be better than dealing with a merchant who will buy goods. Well, who you can buy goods from. Still, you're gonna need some free healing once you run out of healing items. And more importantly, you're going to have to, well, how should I put this? You're gonna have to fight a lot of random battles here. Particularly battles with guards that are, well, in random encounters, basically. But there's another, but then again there is one more gimmick I need to mention too. And that gimmick is how to get into the boss room. Throughout the entirety of this section here in the Black Castle, you're going to be trying to find 3 stones. A red stone, a yellow stone, and a blue stone. Those stones are used to get to the final area of this castle. The problem? It's scattered in several different places. Yeah, let's heal and take something else later. Oh, you know what? I'll come back later. Or maybe I can heal now and... Okay. More than sure that even though this will do nothing, at least I'll have room for whatever item it is, and it's a translite. I think I can use that. Oh, another word of warning. Now that I think about it, since translite is a magic, save all of your magics. It's probably going to be making the couple of fights that a couple of boss fights you'll be fighting a hell of a lot easier. And there's the redstone we needed to find. Now, we just need to get across this here bridge and go find the other stones. Come on, lift up. There we go. Don't worry about the rocks. The rocks won't do anything to you. However, he will drop the rocks and you on if you're still on the bridge. Anywho, let's go back upstairs and let's continue through. Seeing as how there's nowhere else to go right about now, let's go this way. Let's see. I don't feel like picking a fight with those guys just yet. Nor I don't feel like picking a fight with those guys. So there's only one way to do this. I'm gonna have to go up. And pick a fight with the guy over there. Because he's in the way of where I need to be. Alright then. Let's pick this fight here. And let's make it quick. I doubt it will be quick, but I'm going to try to put these guys down. Alright. First off, the mutt. Oh, okay, the guard there. Ah, great, he's stunned. Let's go after the Hellhound. It's Hellhound. Kind of reminds me of a character from... what's it? Oh yeah, Bloodstorm. The name anyway, not the character itself. Well, it ain't obvious. Oh great, just as I break his stun, he ends up recovering. Nice.
Burning rush.
The only reason why I said it was painfully obvious because, well, there was only one guy left. Well, not anymore. Oh, and that's Rose's other addition, More and More. Yeah, Rose got herself another addition earlier on, and I had to show it off. And that's what I've been showing off during these fights. So, with that said, I am done with this part here. In the next part, we're going to be continuing our exploration of the Black Castle in Part 39. This is RVMan985.